Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. It might be hard for the eye to judge how large a scale model shown on a picture or in a video really is. I have therefore made a comparison to show the different size and scale of the models shown in my videos. I am 180 centimeters long with my shoes on, and in 1:16 scale this 3D printed FM21 is 356 mm long. This was my first attempt to make a fully 3D printed tank, and it moved under its own power for a while. Right now it is in need of some love and maintenance, and we can consider it a project. It's a tiny tank and you can basically lift it up with one hand. Next up is my 1:8 scale AMX-13, the first tank that actually worked really well. It's large, but not too large. It measures 610 mm from the front of the hull to the rear. The small size of the real tank makes a model nimble. I actually thought that 1:8 scale was a perfect size. There's no need to go bigger. Boy, was I wrong. After seeing the 1:6 scale tanks owned by members of the Mini Panzer community, I built my own 1:6 scale model, the Styrare. It's in a decent size, 737 mm long. It doesn't weigh much, but what I think makes it more appealing for an audience is that it rises up a bit from the ground, thus becoming more interesting to watch when crawling around in the terrain. This is a 1:6 scale model of a Swedish M39 tank. It's a bit longer than the RSO, just about 800 mm, and it weighs about 19 kilos. It's a small model, despite the large scale, and that's because the real tank is a small tank. Just as our next example, the 1:6 scale FW107 Scimitar. Still 1:6 scale as mentioned, about as long and heavy as the M39, but wider and taller. You are still able to carry it, but watch your back. My point here is that if you want to make your own remote control tank, don't hesitate to go for a larger scale, even if you have limited amount of room at home. Just choose a small one. It is pretty cool to be able to compete in the same scale as the beautiful models from Armortech and other brands. Another tank that isn't small, not in real life and not as a model, is the Centurion. Large in real life, large as a scale model too. Compared to the M39, it looks gigantic, and even the Tiger 1 seems to have lost a bit of weight next to it. The downside here is, of course, weight. I had to have help to lift this up on the table. I think it weighs around 50 kilos now, and I always use ramps when loading it in and out of the car, and also up on the workshop bench. It is still a bit of a test to see if 3D printed materials can withstand the forces and the weight of a vehicle in this size. But so far everything has held up great, and I hope it will continue that way. And in case anyone wonders, no, it will not be yellow. It will have a Swedish M90 camouflage when I'm done with it. Here is a 1:6 scale model of a Land Rover Discovery 1. As you can see, it is a work in progress, but it does run under its own power, even though it needs a lot of adjustments and work still. I brought this since a car might be easier to relate to. Your eyes and your brain are used to see them every day, and they might be easier to relate to than a tank. So there you have it, a short comparison between different models in different scales. Hopefully, this will make it easier to comprehend the size of the models you're watching here on my channel. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.